gonna be real short. I'm just gonna kind of explain what we're doing here with our all-wheel drive. We are gonna take apart our full rear suspension. I'll be showing you guys just a little bit of how I'm gonna do it. Went ahead and got us a stock set of rear disc brakes from a 2000 Civic Si, the brake calipers, and we need the e-brake lines. I do already have this set up on the front and it works quite lovely. Here's information if you guys are gonna use these. Here is our part number for the rotor. Rear spherical trailing arm bushing. It was recommended by my boy Brandon, Way F Shit Up. He told me that the way the all-wheel drive suspension squats and the way the car drives once it's all-wheel drive, this is beneficial because you won't be breaking your bushing all day long. So we're gonna go ahead and assemble all this setup, and I'll just describe little by little and show you guys once we put it on the car. Took apart one trailing arm and finished all this work. And now we just gotta do this one here, install everything onto this one, and I'm gonna show you a little bit of how you install your PCI bushing if you guys are gonna be going with the same setup as far as all-wheel drive. And here's what it looks like in here. Cleaned it up just a little bit. Still gotta button up all our hardware. Still gotta install the spherical bushing in here. Installed our brake pads, our new rotor, cleaned up the suspension just a little bit, and then we also went with the polished lower control arms over the black ones, and just kind of cleaned up the caliper a little bit, flat blacked it, and it's looking pretty good. Alright, so what you guys want to do to install your spherical bushing is you're going to set this down into your control arm like so. And you guys can kind of see it's going to line up same thing with your template, but just to double make sure, you want to set it down in there and then do your markings. And got me this step down drill bit. And what you want to do is just drill a hole deep enough to where it's gonna be the same dimension as your hardware. Alright guys, so here we go. Got our holes drilled out, nice and clean. You put your bushing there just to make sure that it lines up with your holes. Lines right up, real simple to install. And I really like the way it looks. It kind of goes with everything. The way everything kind of came out real nice. Polished lower control arms, matches the polished S1 strut arm, matches the black with the black here, and then our caliper black with a little bit of hint, red hint on the spring, and then a little bit of red from the Brembo brake pad. Polished S1 plate. So just real clean. I'm really happy with the way it came out. Envisioned it just right, and real happy with the outcome. So next we're gonna do the all-wheel drive diff and axles, and we're gonna be mounting everything back here. So if you guys want to go and follow my friend Brandon, We Have Shit Up, on his channel, it's called Steak and Speed Garage. So make sure you guys go follow him. We're gonna put all the information from the all-wheel drive on his channel. We're trying to get him to 1,000 subscribers, so let's help him get to 1,000, and we'll be sharing all the all-wheel drive information with you guys. Hope you guys are liking the build. There is some modifications you guys will have to do, so I'll just give you guys a heads up. They do sell pretty much everything to replace what I'm gonna explain, but I like to use as many OEM parts as possible. If we don't have to buy a part and utilize the OEM part, I'd rather go that route, just because of OEM quality. So now, What I did was, a lot of guys are using extended brake lines or those fancy, you know, brake line tuck kits. So what I did, I utilized the OEM SI rear brake line, which is what my rear calipers come off of, which is the same as EX, I believe. Nothing changes. We added the original e-brake bracket because on the all-wheel drive, the extra hub material for the axle won't let this bracket clear. So what I did, you see there, I put 2 small spacers. These spacers, I had them in my box. I don't remember what I took them off of, but I know they come off of something Honda related because I wouldn't have had them in that box. So I'll figure out where those spacers came from because they were perfect. You guys can see right there, just perfectly cleared it, just nice, perfect. So added the spacers, and then okay, so for our brake line, you guys can see also we cleared it perfect. We're not gonna have no rubbing. I still got to tighten up the strut, so the strut's actually going to sit up a little bit more straight. So all I did was, all right, so now that we're under here, I'll show you guys what I did. All I did was drill a hole right here onto the trailing arm, and I just used a 10 bolt, and you guys see we have enough line here, and this line back here has a little bit of room too. And we're gonna clear the axle. So no extending brake lines, we utilized the factory ones. Went ahead and did our e-brake cable. I'm not sure if I showed this, but this is the way our fuel lines were ran. I used this bracket from the RSX Type S shift cables, because when I bought them new, you can't use this bracket anyway, so I just bent it upwards, bolted down to the 10, and it fits perfect, the end fitting lines. Upgraded our rear lower control arms. I have to clean this thing, it's dirty. So that's pretty much it, guys, on the all-wheel drive setup. As far as the rear trailing arms go, gonna go ahead and put our wheel back on and just finish the other side. I wanted to do one side complete so I can show you guys the way everything works, the way everything buttoned up, and I think it came out really nice. Added the bar for the spherical bushing, tightened everything down. So now we are gonna be going off to We Have Shit Up, my friend Brandon. We're gonna be doing the axles, the rear diff, and then we're gonna do a little bit of explaining on why we took the route that we took with our all-wheel drive setup. So comment, subscribe, and let me know what you guys think.